THQR.
So coconut water is hugely popular right now in supermarkets and health stores. So what's all the fuss about? Registered dietitian Andrea Hohwegner answered the call for us this morning on this one. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
So hydration in general we'll get to, but coconut water is a big buzz thing right now.
It is.
You brought in some examples up front.
Very trendy, you know, we've got plain coconut water, and then we've got coconut water infused with pineapple juice now to add a little sweetness, because what people are going to notice is coconut water is actually not as sweet as you might expect.
Okay.
What they do with coconut water is they take the juice from the green young coconuts, and that's in contrast to coconut milk that you often add into Thai cooking, and that's from a mature coconut. So very different.
And is it good for me? Is it a good alternative if I'm not a big water drinker?
Sure, you know, it's something to add into the mix.
Yeah.
The calories are fairly low in coconut water, and you got a little bit of potassium, a little bit of phosphorus, a little bit of sodium is even in there, which of course may not be a good thing depending on what you're trying to limit.
So is it a better option than something like a sport drink? Because when we talk about hydrating, that's the point, right?
Sure, and from a sport drink perspective, people will often say, well, coconut water is a great natural alternative. It's nature's sport drink. And for endurance athletes, a sport drink is actually formulated specifically for carbohydrate and electrolytes that are going to benefit performance. And so if you traded coconut water for sport drinks directly as a triathlete or a runner, what you're going to find is that there's just not enough sodium, potassium, and carbohydrate to fuel performance.
Okay, so high-performance athletes still probably do need these, but I see a lot of us feeding these to our kids, and
not so good.
Not necessarily the case. A point about water. You know, how much we should be drinking.
For sure, and what people often forget is water. When we say drink 6 to 8 cups of water a day, we mean a cup, meaning a small, tiny little cup. So what you got here, these are 2 cups or more in these water bottles. And all types of fluids count, whether we're talking milk, juice. One of the things I like to do is a bit of club soda or Perrier, just with a splash of juice for a bit of flavor. All of those things are going to count towards that fluid goal.
Still not loaded down with sugar. If I am thirsty, have I exceeded, like, as far as dehydration goes, is it too late, or am I already dehydrated is what I'm trying to say?
Often when you finally detect thirst, we're usually a little bit dehydrated. So it's always trying to drink a little ahead of that. And when you're actually exercising, that even gets worse. So if you're actually exercising and say you're running or in the gym and you detect that, gee, I'm thirsty, you're really dehydrated. So signs of dehydration are things like your heart rate elevating, fatigue, dizziness, poor concentration. Sometimes people mistake dehydration for hunger, so they're eating when it's just that they needed a drink of water.
So something to think about as you head out on your day and kind of ease back on all that caffeine consumption that some of us also look at. Okay, so coconut water, a decent option. Thank you, Andrea.
Thank you for having me.
And if you want more information, you can go to Andrea's website. That is healthstandnutrition.com. We're going to take a break here on the morning news. Coming up, actress Christina Applegate returning to SN.